It's a freezing December night in Stratford upon Avon. I'm here to attend a candlelit tour of William Shakespeare's birthplace. He was born here on the 23rd of April in 1564. It's a special winter event at Shakespeare's childhood home. We're about to learn some of the traditions of a Tudor Christmas, known as Christmastide, and how Shakespeare and his family would have celebrated. Filming inside the house isn't allowed. The first stop is the Shakespeare family's parlor room. This room welcomed guests. There's a bed in the parlor because that was considered a prized item in a Tudor household, and it would have been shown off like this. The original main entrance to the house opens into the room too. The relatively large kitchen and dining area is next door. This is how the table would have been set and dressed for Christmas. There's even a bell-shaped wreath hanging over the table. Christmas trees didn't exist then, as it was introduced during Victorian times in the 1800s. For the Tudors, Christmas Day would be the first day of feasting, and this would not be complete without a hogshead on the table. Revelers would celebrate Christmas with an abundance of dishes, mainly on Christmas Day and the 12th night. Tudor-style mince pies were savory and rectangular in shape, and they'd be eaten first. People would drink from communal cups. This one has 3 cups attached together, and it would be passed around the table. Often, a large single Tudor communal cup would include a piece of bread in it, and whoever had the last sip would end up being awarded the alcohol-soaked bread. This is how the term toasting came about. It's an actual reference to the soaked bread custom. It's all part of the ancient drinking and carol singing tradition of wassailing. This was traditionally done on New Year's Eve and Twelfth Night, when people went house to house, sharing mulled ale in a large bowl and singing carols. Over the 12 days of Christmas, unless you were taking care of livestock, people were not allowed to work, so all tools had to be downed. Shakespeare's father was a glove maker and was considered wealthy at that time. Gloves were the most common Christmas gift, so he must have sold a lot of gloves. These type of glove-making tools would be covered with Christmas foliage to stop him from working. Women were not allowed to do any wheel spinning, so flowers would be weaved into the wheel as a reminder. The 12 days really were full-on merriment, complemented with eating and drinking, and for good reason. Christmas revelers really wanted to enjoy themselves before facing the harsh, dark, cold winter ahead of them. When Shakespeare inherited his childhood home in 1601, he leased out this main part of the house, and this room was converted into a pub and inn called the Swan and Maidenhead. By this time, Shakespeare moved around the corner to a different place in town. Drinks would be served here, and you can imagine Shakespeare himself was in this room, with lots of singing and drinking over the festive Christmas season. Here's the birthing room, where Shakespeare was born. He was born in front of the fireplace. This was a common practice, as the bed was off limits for women giving birth in the prized beds, for fear of ruining the bedding. When Shakespeare died on the 23rd of April in 1616, he bequeathed his second-best bed to his wife Anne Hathaway. At the end of the tour, we enjoyed mulled ale and mince pies, accompanied with Tudor music. It's truly a great way to taste how the Tudors celebrated Christmas, with this special visit to Shakespeare's home.